what the actual F word? Like, seriously, what the actual... I get it, right? I get it. I'm Barbie Lee. Welcome. This is Shake Talk. And I get it. I'm a 56-year-old woman, and I'm at that time of my life, and I'm aging, and things are changing, and perimenopause, menopause, post-menopause, what the heck is all that? But what the actual... So, quick story. What'd you say? Oh, he was bleeping. He was going, hello, when I was going to swear. Let me tell you a story. So back in January of 2006, I discovered, actually my girlfriend introduced me to isogenics. And she's basically like, shut up and eat this. It's not going to kill you. So I did, like, eat it. And no, it didn't kill me. And here I am, almost 20 years later, still eating my shakes. And it's good nutrition. And, you know, back in the day when I first started, I dropped over 50 pounds. I've kept it off for 20 years. And then menopause hits. And I'm like, what the actual... Okay, let's reframe. Hi, my name is Barbie Lee, and I am fluffy. Husband's like rolling his eyes at me. My name is Barbie Lee, and I am fluffy. It has been about 1.5 years now that I have watched the weight creep up on me, and I haven't done anything differently other than my hormones have said, I'm done, I'm out, tapping out. And so I've spent the last 1.5 years rebalancing and figuring out what's working for my body. I still have my isogenic shakes. I'm still doing my vitamins, my greens, my ionics, my cleanse for life, all these things that have kept me amazing for the last 20 years. And then menopause knocked me out of the park. No, not really, because I'm kind of balanced now, but it kind of did. But it has put on, I will tell you, here's my moment of truth. I went to Mark's yesterday, 2 days ago in Canada when I was there. I was like, oh, they're going to have all their summer clearance on. So I go and grab a pair of shorts. They're like a size 6. I'm like, oh, I'm good, right? Because normally I'm a 2 to a 4, so I'm like, I'm a 6. It'll be fine. I don't even try them on because the kids are waiting for me in the car. I get home, I try them on. I can barely do the little buggers up. I'm like, what the actual... I knew I'd get a little bit more fluffy, but, you know, I wear things like this, right? So it's a little dress, and, like, you know, and I have my romper, my shorts romper, and I've known that things have been getting a little bit tighter, but not really paying attention. So I had to pay attention, because now I have to go back to Mark's and find the shorts that actually fit me. I was like, I'll take an 8. And as I'm walking away, because I bought 6s, remember, as I'm walking away, I was like, I should grab a 10. I don't want to grab a 10, but I'm going to grab a 10. And I walked back, I grabbed a freaking 10. And the whole time I goes, I'm going to put on the 8, and 8's going to be fine. The 8 wasn't fine. Now I'm telling myself that Mark's, you know, they measure small and size doesn't matter, because it really doesn't. But I'm like, holy, what the actual... So I put on a 10, and it was quite comfortable. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm going to buy the 10s. They were like $20. I was so excited because they're $60 shorts on for $20. And y'all know how much that's exciting, right, women? And they have pockets that have zippers, and they have pockets on the side, and I can unroll the cuff and roll the cuff. They're great shorts. And they're that stretchy kind, and if I splash on them or get them dirty, I can just wipe them off. Yeah. So I bought them. And I was kind of beating myself up about the fact that I needed a 10. And then, I've done a lot of work in my brain and on me and my brain. And I was like, it's okay. It's menopause. This is what happens. I'm like, it's not supposed to happen. And then I hear from other people, oh, that didn't happen to me. And I'm going to throat punch you. Just so you know, when you say that, I didn't have any, real symptoms. I'm going to throat punch you. Actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go, how's your vagina? And then you're going to look at me and go, excuse me? Sure, you didn't have any hot flashes, but how freaking dry is your vagina? How's sex? Are you having urinary tract infections? Are you feeling that, your libido isn't the same as it used to be? Because just because you didn't have freaking hot flashes didn't mean you're not suffering or going through the symptoms of menopause. Just so you know. So I'm going to throw back the vagina in your face. And yeah, I've said vagina 5 times on my call today. Get over it. So that's going to be my next time someone says to me, oh, I'm so lucky. Because when I have said to women about, they're like, oh, I'm so lucky. I was like, what about your dry vagina? And they're like, well, I just use lube. I'm like, you use lube every day on your vagina? Well, no, just for sex. And I'm not having sex. I don't need lube. Yeah, what, your vagina is only about sex? No, your vagina dries out with no estrogen in your body. FYI. So when you're telling me that, oh, I didn't have any menopausal symptoms, ha! I'm going to throw your vagina back at you is what I Husband's like, you tell him. So back to me being fluffy. I have no idea how much weight I've put on. I'm going to guess, can I guess 15 pounds? Maybe 20 pounds, okay? So it's a substantial amount because I had to buy, a new pair of shorts. And, well, here's the thing. I didn't, see, my brain's, you didn't have to do anything, Barbie. You wanted to because you wanted to be more comfortable. So I wanted to buy a bigger pair of shorts so I was more comfortable. But I'm not comfortable that I had to. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a healthy person. I do all the right things. Maybe not all the right things, but I do some of the right things, right? I do good products. I do exercise. I meditate. I'm in a loving relationship. I carry very little stress with me. So, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of problems. Yet, I put on weight. So I'm like, okay, it's part of menopause. So now I've been working with my bioidentical hormones, thinking that I'm pretty good. I need to adjust them just a little bit, I think, and I'm going to talk to my gynecologist about that. And I'm like, okay, but December will be 2 years from the day of my last period. Okay, so quick definition. Perimenopause can start about the age of 35. Menopause is one freaking day. It's a moment in a day, really, because it's literally the medical world, don't even get me started, says things like, oh, it's the 365 days from your last period. So what, I'm in menopause one day? Arbitrary 360. What if it's a leap year? Do I have to wait 366 days? Like, jeepers, people. Anyways, so I've reframed it for myself. Basically, I've been in menopause, or a version of. It's kind of like being on the spectrum of menopause. That's what I'm calling it, the spectrum of menopause. From, irregular periods to hot flashes, night sweats, wicked nightmares, zapping going through my central nervous system, not being able to sleep, low libido, like you name it, I probably said, yep, I got that. So I'm on somewhere on the spectrum. So 2 years since my last period, and that's when the weight crept on, right? I started monitoring last September because I was seeing a holistic doctor, and they were weighing me every day. And the little nurse would always say, no poo-poo oy. And I was like, see, poo-poo oy. Like, she's like, you didn't poop today? I'm like, yeah, I poop every day. It's really good. And she goes, oh, and she'd say 0.6 kilo or 0.2. And then the next day I'd be like, so in that, I can look at my list actually, because I would know from September to April at least what my weight was. I just haven't weighed myself lately. But I think it was maybe 7 kilos. I'm going to think it was like 7.5 kilos. So that's like 15 pounds. So I'm probably close to 20 pounds more than I was, prior to my hormones tanking on me. So I'm in Isogenics. We do weight loss. We do fitness. We do clear proteins. We do energy. We do youthful aging. We have all this beautiful stuff. Now we have an extra opportunity for another 60K. We have our team builder bonus just jacked up for the end of the year. So if you're thinking about Isogenics, now's the freaking time. Like, seriously, if you've been on Isogenics before and you stopped, now is the freaking time. I'm just saying, we've got some serious money on the table. Our products are phenomenal. And yes, I gained some weight during menopause, and that's okay. Brain goes, are you sure it's okay? Yes, it's okay, because this is just what my body's doing right now. So, my name is Barbie Lee, and I'm a little bit fluffy. And here's what I'm going to do about it. October 1st, I'm giving myself kind of a couple days, because we got back from, what are we on here? We're on the 25th, right? So I'm giving myself a couple days to get settled, make my plan, get back into my routine. And then I'm like, okay, October 1st, which happens to coincide with our Kickstart, our Kickstart 90, like what used to be our Ice of Body is now our Kickstart 90. And I was like, I'm going to jump in for 90 days. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do my cleansing. And I'm going to do my good shake days. And I'm going to go back to like I did in the beginning when I started Isogenics. Now, here's what's funny. My order didn't come while we were in Canada. They shipped it back to freaking Mexico City. So I'm like, I call Isogenics. And they're like, oh, they've shipped it back. I'll ship you another one. I was like, it took 8 days for it to get here. And then they called me once and they didn't answer, so they returned it. Buggers. Anyway, I was like, do I have to wait 8 days? Because I only have 4 days of shakes left. 4 days of morning shakes left. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have not gone. I wonder, does anybody in Isogenics and Playa? If you know anybody in Playa del Carmen that might have a shake? Yeah, can I go to the store and buy something else? Sure. But I'm not going to because I'm like, fine, I will start from ground zero all over again. My shake will be here by next Wednesday. I know for a fact. And I'm like, I'm going to start from ground zero. And I'm going to kind of start my brand new welcome back to Isogenics. It's going to start on October 1st because that's when I'm starting my Kickstart, my Ice Body Challenge Kickstart. My shakes will be here and I'll start back on my shakes. And I'm going to start with a hard fast, right? The 7 days or the 9 days. So it's what it is 2 cleanse days, 5 shake days, 2 cleanse days. I'm going to do that. And then I go to LA, I leave October 16th. So probably like the 13th, 14th, I'll do 2 cleanse days, then have a couple shake days before I go. And so I'm going to do 2 9 days before I go. Now, when I started Isogenics, I did a 2 and 5 schedule for 3 months. I was also 50 pounds overweight and not just about 20 that I am right now. And I'm still honoring my body and where it is and what it's doing in this spectrum of menopause. But I'm like, I'm good with that. I can work with that, right? So I'm going to get back into ChatGPT. I'm going to put in, because I have different workout equipment now. So I got to go back into ChatGPT. I'm going to say, make me a 30-day workout. I'm a 56-year-old woman. I'm in post-menopause. I have elastics. I have Pilates, yoga. I have my yoga ball. There's some things that I have that I can use and create me a 30-day plan. So that's what I'm doing. I'd love you to join me. Like, seriously. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, Barbie, that sounds pretty cool. I'd love for you to join me. Okay? Not only join me in Isogenics, but join me in this starting on October 1st, starting with our Kickstart. Because Isogenics does a Kickstart where you win stuff and products and money and all that kind of stuff. And you get a t-shirt at the end. We're going back to giving out t-shirts again. But I need to do this for me. I need to do this for me, this Barbie Lee, that is a little bit of a control freak. That's a little bit, that's a little bit of a control freak. Maybe a lot. That's a little bit of a control freak that knows in my heart that I shouldn't be fluffy. Everyone says, and I'm not joking when I say everybody says to me, it's okay. That's what happens to women your age. Now, not everybody, because my Isogenics people say, okay, so now what? And that's my next question. So now what? Right? I mean, like, this is kind of a bummer that this happened, that I've, discovered the fluffiness in myself again. That's a bummer. But then now what? So my now what is I am committed to jumping back into me. I never left. It's not like I've been eating bonbons and potato chips. Well, I did eat potato chips in Canada. I'm not, just eating crap all the time and deep fried foods. I've done none of that, okay? But what I've done is gone through a spectrum time in menopause, and it altered my body composition. Now, can I alter it back? I don't know, but I'm sure as heck going to try. And originally I said I'm going to wait till December because, that'll be 2 years. That's a good thing. And then Isogenics announced yesterday about this new $60,000 is up for grabs per person, like not just for everybody. And it has nothing to do with transforming my body. It has everything to do with transforming my business. And I'm like, okay, so how many of you are out there that want to start being healthier, join me in transforming your body, or at least getting to the next stage of healthier, and maybe want to jump in and try and earn some of this $60,000 that's available to you, right? I'm here. I'm going to do it. I want you to do it with me. Everybody has the same opportunity that I do. I was on the phone with a friend, team member last night, and she's like, I want to do what you do. And I was like, don't. I do what I do. Share what I do and do what you do. She's like, oh, okay. You know? So, my name is Barbie Lee. Today is September 25th. It is 9:24 Central Time, Eastern Standard Time, or according to my Google Canada, Panama. I'm in Panama time, even though I live in Mexico, because Panama doesn't change their times and whatever. My name is Barbie Lee. It is September 25th. No, it isn't. Oh, it is. It's September 25th, 2025. And I'm recommitting to me. I'm recommitting to my business. I'm recommitting to helping the people that I love and adore in my life, getting them on track physically and financially. I'm committed to helping new friends that see this or share this or see my post on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram and say, yeah, I want a little bit of that. I'm committed because I love doing that. I love taking care of myself. I love helping others take care of themselves. And I just, I said yesterday, I was talking to my Uber driver yesterday going to the airport in Toronto. And I said, don't you just want to surround yourself with happy people? And he's like, yeah, but everybody's so cranky. I said, because they're sick, they're tired, and they're broke. That's why everyone's so cranky. Everyone complains about the cost of living. Well, guess what? There's nothing we can do about the cost of living except make more money. So join me and let's make some more money, right? I told you $60,000 is up for grabs for every single person. Jump on the program, right? So what? 150 US, $200 a month Canadian. If you want to go a little further in and deep in more products and stuff like that, sure. But if you're just coming in because you want to get a little bit better and you want to start playing in the pools to get some money into this, what we call the Team Builders Club, join. It's like, what are you spending $200 a month on already? Sure as heck, probably not your investments. Probably not a way to make things better physically and financially for you. If you are, good for you, let's talk. I'd like to know where else I can be investing my money. I love that kind of stuff. But if you're the least bit overweight, if your spouse, your friends, your best friends, scroll through Facebook, man. And if you see people that are unhealthy and living an unhealthy life, and you're like, I've got at least two people in my world that I think that could do this with me, let's do this, right? That's how you get started getting paid. Two people in your world. That's as simple as it is. So I'm committed. Do you want to join me? Just saying, do you want to join me? Like, life is too freaking short to be sick, tired, and broke. It is. My grandmother, she's so cute. She's dead now, but she was so cute. She used to say things like chicken. She always called me chicken. She was like, chicken. She says, well, the whole thing was chicken noodle soup because I really liked her chicken noodle soup, so it's not that she was calling me chicken. She's just calling me, she's short, chicken noodle soup. She'd be like, chicken, we don't know what goes on in people's bedrooms, bank accounts, or bathrooms. Bedrooms, relationships, bank accounts financially, and bathrooms in their health. She goes, we don't know, so we treat everybody with kindness. That was kind of her thing. I was like, I like that, Bubba. So I called her Bubba. I don't know what's going on in your bedroom, your bathroom, or your bank account. Only you do. Only you can decide today that tomorrow and the next day and every day after, you want life to be better. That you want to take this one juicy and delicious life that you have been given and make it better. I was talking to somebody the other day, at the wedding I was chit-chatting, and they're like, oh, you must love Playa, you live in a vacation life. And I was like, I do. I have created a life I don't need a vacation from. And that's a really good thing. And some people in my world are retired and they don't need to vacation. And some people in my world have great jobs that they love and they don't want to take a vacation. It's an expression. living a life you don't need a vacation from, meaning that what you do every day gives you pleasure, gives you meaning, fulfills your life, gives you the sense of accomplishment, of belonging. And if you don't have those, come right here, I link you in my arms, right? We do that linky thing and we link arms. And I say, let's do this. You're not alone. I'm not alone. I got a team. We do these calls on Tuesday nights. We're doing a mastermind. And I got a team of, there's 9 of us on these calls that I can go to, that I can ask, right? For help, for guidance, for, be my sounding board, all that kind of stuff, right? I can be that for you because I have my coaches and my team. So why not? Why not do this together? Why not live the best, the most juicy, the most delicious, the most loving, the most prosperous, the most abundant, the most connected, the most amazing, fabulous. I can keep going with all these adjectives. But more importantly, why not live? Why not fully live until you die? Doesn't that sound delicious? I'm here. You're here. Let's do this.